This is a true story of chives, towers, and how the insatiable thirst of perfection has turned into a subreddit's identity for over a month. We start on October 6th, 2025. r/Kitchen Confidential. This is a subreddit for the true culinarian, the type of chef that likes to congregate and gawk over $700 veggie platters, mac and cheese reviews, directed at sex clubs, and deviled eggs waiting for Disney to copyright claim the chef the only way that they know how.
Your life means nothing!
All of this was and still is very much true, culminating with this post from Reddit user F1Exican.
Cutting a cup of chives every day until the Reddit says they're perfect.
Now, in the culinary world, the simple innocuous chive is one of many things. A garnish, a pop of garlicky flavor, and a little green bastard.
Chives is an amazing thing to test someone's ability because effectively what you're measuring, their attention to detail, and more importantly, the sharpness of their knife.
So why not try to do this task to satisfy the realm dwellers of Kitchen Confidential? The completion of a Herculean task in an effort to attain unanimous praise. F1Exican didn't get unanimous praise. Now, a normal pleb on the surface would see this lovely green pile and think, looks fine enough. But upon closer inspection, Exican committed several crimes against the fine art of chive mincing. For context, a properly minced chive should look just like your mother. Fine as hell, but with enough meat on their bones, because apparently there is such a thing as too fine of a mince. What it shouldn't look, however, is stuff like this, or look like a reminder to that one time in human history where nearly 3,000 people died.
This is no Valentine, this is a knife. 2,977 cases of lost life.
And yet it appeared that Exican's chives reminded user Proscriptus of the tragedy. What Proscriptus didn't realize, or maybe he did, was that a simple attempt at dark humor would become one of the leading tropes of this trend. Cue onlookers circling chives that looked a bit too tall and a bit too close, and then, most importantly, planes that were threatening to become one with them. Despite this, there was also a good amount of users that were giving Exican one substantial piece of advice: use a sharper knife. Users even pointed out the visual cues of Exican's dullness, from chives that looked to be crushed rather than sliced, to odd discolorations and overall inconsistency. Exican committed many sins on day one. He might have been forgiven, but he sure as hell wasn't forgotten. He was already expected to reappear in around 24 hours' time, partially because the title of this post insinuated as such, but also because Kitchen Confidential themselves were invested on this journey. And what a journey it will be. Here it is, my best John Boyce impression in the form of this puny little timeline. Now, a couple of caveats. One, you'll probably notice that there are only 7 boxes, and that's because I'm only going to be showing you the first 7 days. Call me a lame coward, a puss, hell, you could even click off this video. Given my retention stats, I'm surprised you even made it this far. But there are a couple of reasons for my decision. One, if I were to make a chart that would be 30 days long, it would be immediately obsolete. Because 2, we're talking about a Reddit trend on a subreddit filled with hardworking, but also hard-headed critics when it comes to perfection. A thing that every cook in this trade wants to achieve. A thing that Exican is bluntly reaching for. And a thing that in general is difficult to obtain. Just ask Thomas Keller about the subject of attaining perfection.
Perfection is something that you never actually attain. It's only something you search for. Because once you reach it, it's not perfect. You've lost it. It's gone. It can never be perfect.
well, shit. Basically, for the purposes of time and convenience, this timeline will only contain events from the first week. We begin at Day 2. Day 2. Exican posts another attempt, which is almost immediately shat on. More planes drawn, more lives lost. See you tomorrow, chef. Day 3. Exican posts another attempt, which is almost immediately shat on. More planes drawn, more lives lost. See you tomorrow, chef. Day 4. Exican posts another attempt, which is almost immediately shat on. More planes drawn, more lives lost. See you tomorrow, chef. Day 5. Exican posts another attempt. We're already off to a bad start considering that the title doesn't even have the day number, and lo and behold, it is almost immediately shat on. But there is apparent improvement that has been recognized by the Realm Dwellers. In any event, more planes drawn, more lives lost. See you tomorrow, chef. And then comes Day 6. Exican posts another attempt, which is not only shat on, but it's also pissed on, because this is unanimously agreed as Exican's worst showing yet. He has bastardized the humble Chive, turning it into nothing more than a green-colored crime scene. Hannibal Lecter was known to hack up humans to bits, yet even he had more precision than this horrific excuse of, well, whatever the hell this is. In any event, more planes drawn, more lives lost. See you tomorrow, chef. Day 7. Exican posts another attempt, and things are now different. It has now been a week. You can tell it's been a week because according to the Gregorian calendar, a week consists of 7 consecutive days and, well, we've reached that 7th day. If we are to believe Exican's title, he has now cut up 7 cups worth of chives. And it's here, on this 7th cup, where Exican has his best showing yet. Just look at it. This is artistry. It is beautiful. And of course, it's immediately shat on. But that shatting, and I'm pretty sure shatting is an actual word in the dictionary, well, that's followed by suspicion. Exican left this part in the pile, but it's a mistake so minuscule that people conceive this highlight, specifically made by user PearlStitch483, as petty punishment. And then comes the comment by Eames53, a singular long piece. One tiny little mistake that might have been too convenient to be placed. Perhaps it was a plant, a decoy, a piece of detritus meticulously placed for a ruse. Conspiracy? Perhaps. Was this all fake? Maybe. Reddit is known for many ubiquitous things, and karma farming, which is a fancy way of literally gaining internet points, well, that's a common thing on this platform. Nearly 30 days of downvoting Chives. How do you all not recognize that OP is a karma farming bot? OP just magically started posting on a 5-year-old account with literally no activity aside from these posts. Some of these photos look like the same photo, reposted with edits adding more chives. It's just AI-generated garbage. They aren't cutting chives, and you're all just smoking your cigarettes, drinking your wine, chuckling like... I'm not a good enough voice actor to, try to replicate that photo. Also, I'm straight edge, so I'm literally doing none of those things. Once they have enough karma, they are gonna apply for mod positions in a bunch of subreddits and progressively mod hop to bigger subs and just troll people. You people! You people. That's what the detractors think. About the people that genuinely want to see improvement. About the people whose days are being made from this. about the people whose dark humor knows no bounds, and to that one person that named their cat Chives in honor of this trend. Exican wanted to improve, but in the eyes of the detractors, he was no good internet scum. He might not even be a person. AI is a thing, and I'm not talking about Iverson. In any event, Exican responded the only way that he knew how. By not giving a fuck. Oh, and just so that I don't leave you hanging, at the end of day 7, more planes were drawn, more lives were lost. Wait, what? Ah, dang it. Day 26, and Exican has run out of chives. More planes were drawn, more lives were lost, but a whole lot of hearts were broken, and I was a tad annoyed. No joke, I was in the opening stages of editing this video when this monumental event occurred, which has now ruined the illusion that this voiceover was recorded over one day. It isn't. I'm speaking to this snowball on November the 4th, waiting in anticipation for Exican's 28th attempt. Spoiler alert, it received the same judgment. On the bright side though, we're near the 30-day mark, and perfection seems to arrive ever more closer. Really, the only person that could stop this momentum is Exican himself. He is indeed the conductor to his own legacy, his own destiny, his own... wait, what? Ah, dang it. Well, shit. It appears that Exican, at least for now, has proved those detractors right. Where were you when the news of Chivegate broke? I was here. And if you know far too much about me, you know exactly where this place is, and you know who you are. I was here, slowly losing my eyesight as I spent a good 5 or so hours editing this video that you are now watching. Meanwhile, user LateBet4240 is about to blow this trend wide open. He's about to give credit to user ASteve23, who spotted a discrepancy relating to the chives presented by Exican on day 31. These were the same chives that were posted back at day 23. He makes the post, and you can probably guess what happens next. User Ghost Nachos uses the scientific method of Photoshop stacking to confirm the worst. A reputation has now been tainted. Exican later apologizes, his apology correlating with his 31st attempt, but chives and perfection are the least of his worries, when he's now a disgraced figure. Exican, however, appears sincere, and he's currently awaiting punishment provided by the subreddit. Okay, so calling Exican a disgrace might be a bit too much, so let me finish off this video on a high note. Long before he was caught doing fraud, Exican was asked if he would ever fabricate his results. His response was the ethos of not just this trend, but the culinary industry, and really, life. Time and time again, you'll hear one specific word whenever you hear a chef talk about the industry. Passion.
You have to be passionate about it, or you're gonna quit, because it's so difficult.
And say what you want about Exican, but his passion is undisputed. But it's not just about a story featuring one man and his obsession with the perfect cut. It's a story about an entire section of the internet, and their obsession with this man who is seeking the perfect cut. Say what you want about this logo, but when the stars align, it becomes another reason for why the internet is undefeated. The beautiful masochism of the culinary industry, the insane journey towards perfection, the dark humor that would make this guy blush, which is interesting because he's dead, and the twist of the knife that is the massive fraud. One day you're young and free, the next you're on the toilet, hunting for imperfections in a zoomed photo of chives on Reddit. The Virgin Bono? I couldn't agree more. Chive Lord, cult hero, fraud. Exican might be polarizing. Some might even say that he's just another Redditor. But calling him that doesn't do him justice. In fact, it's straight up disrespectful for a user that is the online embodiment of what a true culinarian should be. And it's straight up disrespectful to those who want to see him succeed in ways that only Reddit can provide. Perfection might not be attainable, but who cares when you got a bunch of chives, a knife, a fan base, and a dream. But until that dream is realized, see you tomorrow, chef.
Rado Father.